Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a custom minifigure Wednesday, except this is going to be a slightly different video because we're going to be doing 7 minifigures, not just one. Without further ado, let me introduce you to the Umbrella Academy. We have here all 7 members of the Umbrella Academy. I'm incredibly excited to bring this to you guys. I was originally planning on doing 1 minifigure at a time, but I figured, you know what? No, let's just go and do them all at once. So we have all 7 members here. Some I like more than others. I definitely think Klaus and Diego are some of my favorites, but overall I think I have a very decent selection of figures here. Without further ado, let's jump on in and take a look at each of these characters individually. One thing I wanted to mention real quick before we go on to look at all the characters is that for this video, I will not be putting up pictures of what characters I took the pieces from on screen. There's simply too many different characters here that I pulled from. I'm going to toss a picture up on screen real quick of what I grabbed from. On screen right now, you can see the amount of minifigures I had to take apart and to really grab pieces from. We got Draco. I was toying with giving Allison Hogarth that shirt. We have Coulson for the hair. We have a couple of my custom characters. We got Ned, whose hands I took, and bits of from Grindelwald. All these different characters, I got pieces from all of them, and it would be so much work to grab pictures and sync them all. So I figured I'd just explain in the video where I got the pieces, and if any of you have any more questions or concerns, you can let me know in the comments down below. But now that that's out of the way, let's move on and take a look at our first character. All right, our first character is going to be both my favorite and my least favorite. We have Luther Hargraves. Now, Luther is a very easy character to build. He uses Hagrid's body, arms, legs. This face, you could really sub it out for Owen Grady's face, Star-Lord's face, really any white male with kind of this light kind of tannish hair, facial hair. This I got from, I believe, was one of the Riders of Ronin. And his hairpiece is just Owen Grady's from the Jurassic World sets. He does have an angry, double-sided facial expression. Now, the Hagrid piece works perfectly to get the bulk for the character down. However, I don't like the color. I really wish it was like a dark green or just something else. The shape is right, the color is wrong. But I think without having any of the Nexo Knights body pieces, this is the best I can do. And I mean, it does look enough like Luther that it's passable. I just wish we could get a recolor on this piece. And I mean, the only other Hagrid body we have, it is in brown. However, it has the tie and it's a little too fancy and it doesn't quite fit the character. So I like this overcoat much better. That's really all I have to say for Luther. He doesn't have any accessories because he really doesn't have much in the TV show. But it's a very, in my opinion, decent character that takes the look of Luther and brings it into Lego. Our next character is going to be perhaps my favorite. We have Klaus. For his accessory, I gave him his clear and pink umbrella. Now, it really should have a pink border going around the side here. I couldn't do that, so I settled for a pink stud on top. This is the umbrella from the scene where they were scattering the ashes of Hargraves. Taking that away, his torso is actually Joyce Byers from the Stranger Things set. I just gave him plain bare arms because in the TV show it was a vest. And honestly, when you look at the source material, the print right here along with the vest, it's spot on, perfect. It's a perfect piece. His legs, I gave him the Mariachi Man from the collectible minifigures. I forget what series it was. I think it was 16, although I could be wrong. But it has the really nice details. And on the actual character, he has holes here and it's little ties holding it in place. It looks good enough. For his hair, I gave him Jay's hair from the Lego Ninjago movie. And he has Tony Stark's face because it gets the facial hair down. Overall, I think this comes together to form a very recognizable character. And I'm really pleased with the Joyce Byers shirt. I think it fits him better than anything else I could find. Next up is going to be a character whose face print I'm not entirely sold on. This is Diego Hargraves. He uses primarily pieces from Marvel. We've got Doctor Strange's face right here. We have the shirt from Hawkeye. I swapped out the arms. I think I actually I took the arms off this and gave him the Klaus here. And then I just grabbed black arms for one of my police officers. His legs are the traditional legs thing from either the original Hawkeye or was it Bucky? One of the Marvel characters, just to get the gear legs. He has gray hands and 2 knives to throw. His hairpiece is Sirius Black's. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of his facial hair, but I was basing this character off of the Season 2 appearance, and it seemed to fit the best. However, I do think there's a little room for improvement, but it is very recognizable, especially when you put him with his brothers and sisters. Speaking of sisters, our next character is going to be Allison Hogarth. This is Allison from season 1 specifically because her hair is the braided kind here, and it's got the gold kind of like blonde color leading into her dark roots. This is a Lego Friends hairpiece. I believe it belonged to the African-American girl. I don't remember her name. I think it started with an M, but I just colored it with a Sharpie real quick to get the design. You could also use it uncolored, and if you wanted to use her from series 2, you could use a vast majority of the black hair pieces we get, and those would work perfectly because her hair is really just styled up black hair. So moving down, her face is Cho Chang's. It's not the best skin tone, but it's the best I had to work with for a female face print. Her jacket, I'm not actually sure where this is from. This is the jacket I used for my custom Maria Hill minifigure. So I don't know where it came from. Probably Lego City. It looks like a biker jacket, but it has like the short look that kind of exposes part of the midriff, and I think it works well for her character. Her accessory is the handbag from the Bogart Snape Bertober Pack minifigure, and she just has a pair of jeans that were formerly used for my sig fig. You could also use any kind of blue pants or the jeans from the new Harry Potter minifigure. She does have kind of a sad, upset back facial print, but, you know, not really going to use it. I like the calm, confident look. Vanya Hogarth is next. Now, this character is missing something very, very important. Now, she's a briefcase right here, but what I would prefer for her to have is the violin case from Series 7. It came with the Bandit minifigure. I don't have that. I have no way to get it, but that piece would be perfect. I was toying with giving her a violin, but we hadn't that in Lego. The closest I have is a guitar, and that really didn't fit. Now, this is her appearance based on the last episode of Series 1. She's got the hairpiece from Rowena Ravenclaw. I gave her Credence's face to get the white eyes look, and she's using just a classic Lego City suit with plain black legs for when she was strolling up to the recital to practice her piece. If you want to see Vanya in alternate clothes, in her more like everyday outfit, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be sure to add her in my next Custom Minifigure Wednesday. Now, our next character is going to be 5. He's adorable. I gave him the axe piece. I gave him the axe piece from Itchy or Scratchy. I don't remember, it was the cat from the Simpsons series, to pay homage to the scene in series 2 where he, you know, killed the entire commission. Spoilers if you haven't seen that, sorry. So I just thought it was a nice touch because it fit that scene quite well. His other accessory is one of the black time-traveling briefcases. For his hairpiece, I gave him the slicked back, dark reddish-brown hairpiece from Agent Coulson. His face is Draco Malfoy's from the Clock Tower and the Hogwarts Student accessory set. Now, originally for his torso, I gave him Hermione Granger's, but I got the new Neville minifigure right before I made this video. I figured since it was a little more closed, it looks nicer, so I subbed it out. Now, this torso is very good for 2 different reasons. It has the red undertones that the Umbrella Academy has. I prefer it was red and blue, but it also has this little crest right here, and on 5's actual clothes, there's an umbrella crest right there. So with a little imagination, you can make that into the umbrella, and it fits for little school uniform. He's just got medium legs with no printing right there, and that sums it up for this character. I would prefer a slightly better torso, but I was racking my brains, and besides giving him just a normal suit, I couldn't think of anything that would fit, so I figured just go with the Neville Longbottom Harry Potter style uniforms. Our last character is perhaps one of my favorites and uses the most illegal building techniques. This is Ben Hargreaves. He is currently using his power to summon the Kraken from his chest. I also toyed with the idea of making this character as a ghost, changing his skin color to white or blue, and kind of getting the ethereal look, but I decided against it. He's using the same hairpiece as 5, except in black. He has Ned's face and hands, and pulling off the tentacles, you can see how I attach them. I cut up 3 of these pieces so they fit together over his jacket. He just has, let me pull this off for you, a traditional little coat right here because he always has the jacket. This is Bruce Banner's, and it works pretty well for the character, especially because, you know, he's always wearing his leather jacket. Now, there is a way you can get the tentacles to go on in a slightly less illegal fashion, but it either poked out too far or it only let me do 2 tentacles. So I figured I'd just go with this because I had so many extras, and I put on 3 tentacles and called it a day because you can't really see. And I do love the look of this minifigure. And I mean, 2 of these were already cracked, you can see, so I couldn't use them anyway. So I figured I'd just recycle them for my Ben Hargreaves minifigure. And with that, guys, that sums up all of the Umbrella Academy minifigures that I've created. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any other ideas for characters I could make from the Umbrella Academy, if you want to see me make a Pogo, maybe Grace, maybe Professor Hargraves, let me know down in the comments below, and make sure to let me know what you want to see next. If you want to see something from Doctor Who, something from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., something from any other TV show out there, let me know and I'll get to making those characters right away. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video and have a fantastic day.